where is Facebook going, and where might it be? There's talk about commerce, about how big it's going to get globally. Where could it be in 6 months to a year?
Oh man, when it's 500 million active users, almost 400 million of them outside the United States, that kind of thing is very hard to predict. But the one thing that you will find if you talk to the Facebook people at any length is that the place they think it's going is as infrastructure. This platform aspect of Facebook is the key to understanding where it's going and how Mark Zuckerberg thinks. It's better to think of the platform piece than the website piece if you want to understand Facebook's long-term direction. So the way that Zuckerberg envisions the future of his company is that increasingly companies are going to be able to create services that use the tools and infrastructure that Facebook provides that will have nothing intrinsically themselves to do with Facebook, but that will never have been able to do what they do if Facebook didn't exist. So it's a new set of facilitation capabilities that will allow everything to get more social, to use their terminology. And that's a very revolutionary positioning that really only a company that has this kind of massive global usage could even aspire to.
Okay, so can they grow in a private way? When might they go public, or when might they take more investment, or do they need to, or what are your thoughts about that?
I think they can get a lot bigger without going public, and I can tell you, because I've been really studying this lately, they're taking a lot of steps to avoid having to go public. They're really cleverly figuring out how to avoid the SEC regulation that if you have more than 500 shareholders, you have to go public. And I understand they may only have as few as 200 technical shareholders as of now, which would be great for them. That's a figure that I just uncovered the other day. And it may be wrong, but it's the ballpark. It's very hard to get that actual data. In any case, they're not being pressured to go public like Google was at the moment. Google bumped up against the limits and basically just had to do it at the end, is from my understanding. So I could see Facebook staying private for the duration, for quite some time. I think if it went public, a lot of the issues that people have been so upset about recently would become even harder to resolve, because then the financial pressures would grow, and all this stuff that people are terrified about now, which is that all this private data that we're feeling is kind of being misused by Facebook, is being misused in order for commercial gain, then that would start to be true. I don't actually think it's true right now. I don't think actually Facebook is taking all this data trying to make money off us, even though that's the way people think about it. I think they're making some really stupid mistakes about how they make changes without explaining them well, and I think they're working on remedying that. And by the time this interview is aired, I suspect their new policies will have been unveiled, and it'll be clear that they're changing to try to accommodate the objections. But if they were public, then they'd really have to be exploiting our private data more, and then they'd really be screwed. And I don't know what would happen. So frankly, I think in some fashion, Mark Zuckerberg feels that same way, and that's one reason he will go to great lengths to avoid seeing that company go public.
All right, David. Well, congratulations on the book. I wish you a lot of.
Can we at least say the title of
there's
the book?
some good buzz. Go ahead.
Simon & Schuster, June 8th, publication date. The Facebook Effect, the inside story of the company that is connecting the world, and this is one of the few copies that exists at this particular moment in time. So
looks like a bestseller to me.
Well, I hope so.
All right. All the best.
Thank you for the support, Andy.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.